All right. What's going on, Michael?
Ready to open a box, man.
Dude, I am ready to invite our guest in, have some fun. But yeah, how was your week? How's your week been?
It's been awesome, man. Seriously, it's been nonstop. Really, really good. I can't say that every week, but this week's been great. How about
Good.
you?
Today was crazy. I actually didn't go into work. Didn't sleep that good last night. But I just called in a sick day, one of those days. But we did a bunch of running around, me and my wife, and spent some time with each other. So that was fun.
I
So
like it. That's cool.
yeah. So okay, well, let's go ahead and start our little intro video, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So a couple weeks ago, I talked to Michael Cool Cards, and we just wanted to give a bigger introduction to him as my co-host. At least I wanted to. Okay. And just wanted to give a few facts behind everything, behind this guy, this gentleman here. So first off, Michael, you've been collecting cards since 1992.
Marvel cards. I started collecting sports cards since 85 or 6.
Okay, okay, and that kind of leads me into everybody. If you don't know, he's purchased over 9,000 sealed boxes of Marvel and DC. Is it a
Yes.
combination? Okay.
95% Marvel.
95% Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, obviously with Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
So, those who don't know him, he's sent over 11,000 cards to get graded by Beckett. Is that correct? Marvel
Yeah.
cards?
At least, maybe more. But yeah,
Okay.
at least. Yeah.
Is that doesn't include your Michael Jordans and
Right.
all your
Does not
sports?
include sports. That's
Okay.
only
Okay.
Marvel.
So
Yeah.
this is just Marvel, guys. But
DC.
just to let everybody know, he actually was the number 2 in the country, maybe even the world. Is it the world, Michael?
To my knowledge.
I think so too. Number 2 in the world of a Mike of graded BGS Michael Jordans,
Mhm.
and to my knowledge, you've sold most of that off.
Unfortunately, before they all went through the roof, sold them.
But that's huge, man. Like, to say that you were actually on the Beckett registry of the number 2 Michael Jordan collector in the world, that's huge, guys. I don't know if you guys know that, but that fact about Michael is just so amazing. And he dumped it all for Marvel. Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And then you've had a eBay store since probably the early 2000s.
that's it. Mhm.
Okay. And I mean, you've had probably over 20,000 transactions or so on that, right?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. So I mean, Michael has a very honorable eBay store. If you guys haven't checked it out, please go check it out. It's Beckett Registry off of eBay. I do have the link now down on the notes, so go ahead and on his channel, go ahead and go down, and you can click that eBay link and go right to his store. So appreciate that, Michael. So, um, but with everything that you that we've kind of talked about, I like the idea that you have over 1,200 Wolverine graded cards.
It
That's
grew over
huge.
time. It
That's
grew over time, not overnight. It took a
but,
while.
but that's huge. Like
Yeah.
I might have 600 raw cards of Wolverine. Okay. And my graded selection might be around 100, probably 50 to 100. So,
I need to get some of those from you. I want some.
yeah, there's a couple, 2, 3 that I need to definitely probably grade. So we'll
Yeah.
figure out if we can help you out with a 9.5. So, but no, I just wanted to just kind of make everybody under the realization that Michael's a great asset in this community, this Marvel community. If you don't know him, please just say hi to him. Go check him out. If this is on your, if you're hearing this on Cool Cards, keep keep liking the channel and the videos. But I appreciate Michael for joining Marvel Bros and Friends and being able to provide you guys with a service, whether it's us opening Marvel cards, us talking about grading Marvel cards. We're going to have a bunch of different videos that Michael will specifically talk about grading and talk about that whole process. He'll even have individual videos talking about what his submissions are and why he's grading them. And we'll even get into like boxes and how opening up a sealed box and how many gem mint cards can come out of one sealed box. And that's some good stuff. So stay tuned for that stuff, guys. It's going to be sweet. So, but without further ado, Michael, appreciate you. We should invite our guest back here on and let everybody know that we have Comic Breaks with us tonight. He's fairly new to Marvel cards, but let's come on, bring him in. What's up, Hans? Can you hear us? Okay.
There we go.
Now we can hear you. What's going on, dude?
Not much. I'm excited to be here. This is crazy.
Awesome. We're happy to have you, man.
You were the first. I think you were one of the first channels I ever saw, like open up like packs of cards.
Really?
You were one of the first ones. It was great. I'm watching like people do this. This is nuts. and then Cool Cards. I saw that house tour that you did was Spidey, and that was why I was like, "Who? This guy's nuts." He has like like stacks of. You must have teams of people going through these packs. It was wild. Yeah. So that was like my first introduction into all of this.
Dude, that's humbling and awesome to hear.
Yeah.
For sure. I would have to say that when Spidey did the Marvel Cribs, what's funny is Spidey was gonna actually this is a funny thing. Spidey was gonna make a segment out of that Marvel Cribs,
Right.
but he did something wrong. You know what he did? He went to the number one Wolverine or Marvel card collector that graded 10,000s, thousands and thousands of graded cards that he couldn't do another segment because nothing could top what Michael did.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I mean, that's like one of the I'm new to the scene on social media with connecting with the community, man. That the last couple of years, just hanging out with guys, opening boxes and just meeting new people, creating new relationships. It's opened up honestly a whole nother world of this hobby that I'm like really, really enjoying. Because a few years ago, I was just not plugged into and didn't know any of you guys. So this has been great.
I remember he said something. He said something like, "You don't film these unboxings," and you were like, "No," and he was like, "You're crazy." He's like, "You're crazy. You have to." Yeah,
Hans, that was one thing with my buddies before I went live on YouTube opening these boxes was like, it's like, what do you guys want to do? It's Saturday night. Let's just drink a glass of wine, have a cigar. Let's just open boxes, right? Like that's what we started to do on the weekends. Instead of go out, we would stay in and just have some drinks, listen to music, and open boxes on the weekend. That was our entertainment, man.
Right. You think it would be less expensive than going out, but it's 20 times more expensive.
Now,
probably. Yeah.
Dude, I was cracking these boxes before COVID when it was super affordable, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't even want to hear about it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, let's give a big shout out to a couple people that are in here. We got William, the Rider 95. What's going on? Holden Caulfield, how's it going? Vintage Lord Canada, how's it going, Dan? How are you doing? We got Captain Crockpot in the house. Here we go. Ken, what's going on, Ken? And Cool Night In. That's right, man. I reached out to Comic Breaks because it was interesting. The very first show, or I guess content that I saw him open was I don't know if it was with your girlfriend,
This is my
but
wife.
it was wife. Okay,
Yeah, my
okay,
wife.
okay.
Yeah,
Wife, great. But you opened up the Kith shoes
yeah.
and you pulled the green number 10 Wolverine. And I was like,
She did. She
in my
pulled it.
mind, I was just like, who is this guy and how did he get that card?
Yeah, I have it. I have it right here for you.
Ooh,
How much? How
nice.
much?
Look at that.
Show it in the card cam.
Sure.
Ooh, yes.
Wow, that is nice.
That's just so amazing, man.
So this was in my so me and my wife we went to we're in LA, so we're really close. So we waited in line. It was like 2 hours. It was a pretty long line. It was in a parking garage, and we both got a pair of shoes. And I'm thinking like, okay, like obviously I'm gonna grab her card and she can get the shoes or whatever. But it ended up in her pair of shoes, and I got Beast, which is that's great and all, but it's not a Wolverine, you know.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that is sweet. So she pulled it, you said?
She pulled it. It was her. It was like I guess size like 6 or 7. But yeah, she pulled it. So yeah,
And
she
so
still thinks it's hers.
that's
She
what I was
hasn't
gonna
really
ask. Yeah.
she hasn't figured it out that it's not hers, and it probably won't be. But yeah, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Are you keeping it or what are you gonna do with it?
I got a bunch of offers for it. Something just I think I have like I have this like attachment to cards that I pulled myself for some odd reason, right? Like people offered me quite a bit of money for it, but I don't know. I just something tells me just hang on to it. I mean, I would imagine it's still going to hold its value in the future. That's my instinct, you know.
I mean, they're more special when you pull them out of your own whatever box or box of shoes.
Yeah,
It really is. I get that. Yeah.
yeah. Because that feeling of pulling it out, it's like a real like it's a real like memorable thing, you know. And it just like every time I look at it, I remember pulling it out. So
Hans,
yeah,
before Joshua gets back, I call
yeah.
dibs on all the Wolverines in this box, okay?
I I pulled a Wolverine in my last box actually. I
Oh,
got
wow.
that
Nice.
Weapon X,
Oh,
the
very,
Battle
very
Spectrum.
cool.
Yeah, the teal
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
I
I've
did
been
not.
having bad luck with the 2022 lately. My first like 4 boxes were like insane. They're all bangers in all of them, and then the last like 4 were, dim.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. We had a private discussion when you were gone. All good.
It's okay. Private away, private away. Hey, do you see oh, okay. I couldn't see your camera, Hans. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Now we can see it. No, you're good.
Okay, good.
Your camera, just to let you know, like is a little glitchy, but that's quite okay.
Oh, my all of them?
No.
Oh,
Your
just this?
card cam is great, and
Oh,
that's
geez.
probably what we're gonna focus on anyway. So we're
Okay.
fine on that. Okay. Well, hey, before you start, did you show your mail pickups, Michael?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we usually show our mail pickups for the week, Hans.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually want you to show just a few Marvel cards. I think we've already talked about which ones I wanted to show. You already showed the Wolverine, which is man, it's such a nice Wolverine. And then we'll have you show some others.
Okay, sure.
That's so cool. So awesome.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because just to kind of give people a recap, just a little bit about yourself. You didn't start collecting Marvel cards until what date?
Probably April. So it's just about 6 months now. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm super. I collected. I think I came into 93 Marvel Masterpieces and 94 Flare Ultra when I was a kid, and then it stopped. It was about a year of just collecting and like ruining cards and binders and stuff like that. But it stayed fresh in my mind. Like I through the last 30 years, I see people still kind of collecting it here and there.
Okay.
So yeah, it was easy to jump into. It just was a perfect fit.
Well, good. So,
yeah.
So just with what you've been doing since March, how many sealed boxes of Marvel have you opened?
Whew, okay, I would say I'm in my 8th box of 22 masterpieces.
Okay.
I think I did all the classics. 92 2 boxes of 92 Marvel Masterpieces, 93, 94. Couldn't get a 95. can't get a 96. Forget about that. And then all like the Flare Ultra stuff. So I have like all those sets and I wasted so much money doing it. I should have, like, everybody said, just don't do that. Buy the sets, and I didn't listen to them. I wanted to open it up. So,
You
but
know,
yeah,
and what I'm gonna say to that, like opening Marvel cards, it's just fun being
yeah,
able to open
right.
up sealed
Yeah,
boxes
yeah,
and collect, get it yourself versus buying the sets, because you get that
yeah.
fulfillment of enjoyment of not knowing what's in every pack, and it's just
Uh-huh.
way fun.
Yeah.
It's probably more expensive for sure.
Oh, it's definitely more. Wait, yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's move on.
You're fine. You're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine.
But I have been lucky. With the modern, like, Marvel stuff I've been opening, I've been quite lucky, I think, with what I've gotten. I'm super happy with it. A lot of metal boxes too. Maybe like around 10 or so. X-Men and Spider-Man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And now, Kith, you didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con, did you? You just got it at the Kiss store, the Los
I
Angeles.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to the one in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which actually I hear was a pretty good one to get
It was
stuff
great.
at.
Everybody was getting PSA cards. It was like, I would say, because people were opening up in the parking garage, if you didn't get a PSA card, it was odd. People were looking at you like, this guy missed out. Yeah, it was weird.
Huh. That's so cool, that Wolverine kit. Now,
Yeah.
you opened X-Men Metal, right?
Yes.
How many boxes of that did you open?
X-Men Metal, 3 X-Men Metal boxes.
And out of the 3 X-Men Metal boxes, do you want to show your banger out of that?
Yeah, I will. Can I give a quick story?
Okay.
So I
yes,
was doing
good.
I was doing social. I'll be quick. I was doing social media for this company that does grading. It's a really small company, and I was just taking some pictures, and they had really expensive cards. They had like Jordan cards and stuff. They had like a security guard with it. It was probably like $1 million worth of cards, and I'm like pumped up the whole time because this is like month 3 of like my getting into Marvel stuff. So as soon as I get home, I'm like, I have an X-Men box. I'm gonna open it. I don't care about putting it on video, blah, blah, blah. So I open it up. I'm halfway through it. And I'll just kind of pop this in the frame. This guy pops up.
Is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah. And I freaked out. And I'm like yelling. My wife is like, what is are you okay? I was like, you don't understand. You don't get it.
So what?
Yeah. And then I turned the camera on halfway through, and I tried to salvage the video, and that I learned my lesson that day. Never open up a box without a camera on it. Just never again. Because I missed it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's cool. And what's funny is, like, that's one of the very first images that I saw of X-Men Metal, that Wolverine card. And I was blown away with that, that Deadpool card.
Deadpool, yeah.
I was blown away with that Deadpool card when I very first saw that. And I'm just like, man, this set's going to be sweet. And I was like, I saw an image of that green PMG. They showed an earlier image of it. I'm like, man, that would be so sick to get, and I posted that on my profile, and people are like, oh my gosh, you pulled the green dip. I'm like, no, I just have it on my thing because it's just an awesome card. So I had to pull it down because people were like telling me how good a card it is. I'm like, I don't have the card, so I try not to post cards on there that I don't have.
That was it. As soon as that was the first like big card I pulled, and I was hooked after that. I mean, I can't, like, I'll collect cards forever now after that. Like, that was enough. I'm in. Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
And congrats on the banger and the green Kith card of the Wolverine. I mean, between those two cards, I'd take the Kith card. So it's
it's unique, right? Yeah. It's super unique. Yeah.
I would think that Michael would be salivating a little bit more than he is right now over that card.
Yeah, I already asked if it was for sale.
Oh, okay. It's like, what is not for sale? Like the whole expression is like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Do they give you like a private wing at the grading company? Like when you come, do they like get you a coffee and sit you down? Like how you must be the number one like
One of the
mailer
bangers,
of,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
He has to be the number one Marvel
yeah.
submitter.
Do they
Marvel,
give you you should be on the payroll, right? At this point.
I would work there for free. I'm just obsessed with this hobby and everything. But no, I don't do anything with them like that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's way cool. All right. Well, I think all of our viewers are just excited to see this box opening. So,
Yeah.
let's,
Okay.
oh wait, you know what? I was gonna show my pickups real quick, and then you had some pickups too, right, Michael?
Yeah, I'll show one.
Just real quick, I'm gonna show a couple that I got off of Cards of Metal, Ian. So I don't know if you know Whatnot. Cards of Metal, Ian. He does a Whatnot on Thursday nights. He always breaks boxes Thursday nights. He does it other nights too, but he did a masterpiece box break, and I was able to pull a few cards. Got a rogue gold sig, Battle Spectra,
Ooh.
and Quicksilver was one of my picks. And then I got Dupe Gold Sig.
Ooh.
Good story about Dupe. He's Wolverine's buddy, so that's cool. And then the big hit out of the box that I got was this Hulk,
Really nice.
Hulk Amber, number to
Those are
40,
awesome.
number to 50.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool hit there. And then I picked up just the regular base over as well. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what those were pickups for the week. So how about you, Michael?
Got this one sent in the mail. Just got in today.
Ooh. Ooh. That's aggressive. That's a nice card.
Ash
Yeah,
is amazing.
That
Yeah.
is so awesome, Michael.
Yeah, wow. So that is Terminator, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a commission that you got done from Ash, right?
Yep. On
That's so
official
cool.
Marvel Masterpiece stock.
Wow, that's so cool.
It's really
Congrats.
nice. I found a Ash card in a box 2 weeks ago.
You did. You
I
pulled one,
did.
right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I pulled one.
Yeah. He pulled that.
That was
Ash.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's
his sketch cards are amazing. They're beautiful. He does fabric like really interestingly. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a friend to Michael and myself. He's definitely one of those artists that a lot of the community loves to get commissions from.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So you pulling one of those you pulling an Ash card out of masterpieces, that's pretty big.
That's incredible.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm still feeling my way around you know what I mean? Like it seemed big, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card.
Very awesome. Well, let's pull another one.
Yeah.
This one, huh?
Be crazy. Do you want me to get into this right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless you have any other any questions or anything about anything tonight, we're good.
No, this was awesome. I'm ready to get into this.
Awesome. Let's make
do
you
it.
big here. And,
Okay.
we can get into it. So if anybody has any questions for Hans, comic breaks, just let him know and we'll get to him. So,
I got a question for Hans.
Yeah.
Are you going to grade any of those cards you pulled out of all those boxes you bought this year?
Yes. See, that's another thing that I don't really know the whole process. That's something that I'm gonna have. I'll talk to you guys about it, and you can kind of help me through it. I'm gonna rush order this card through and get that graded, just because it's in really good condition. You know, I've seen some pretty awful PMGs, and there's no whitening on there at all. I know. I'm guessing they don't do 10s. I haven't seen really any PMGs in a 10. Does that sound right?
well, especially out of that set.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'd imagine it's a 9. So it would be nice to just rush that out. But yeah, I don't really know what I should grade, so I'd have to kind of consult with somebody on.
Well, and I guess before you look at those cards there,
Yeah.
um, I guess that brings up a good point to me and Michael's kind of thing when it comes to Marvel Bros and Friends and his channel, specifically talking about graded Marvel cards. He has a lot of sealed product that we've opened, and a lot of the sealed product that he opens, he probably grades 30 or 40 cards out of each box.
Wow.
And he has a gem rate of 80 something percent, almost 85% with what he does with his grading. And so with boxes that, I mean, we can't always promise gem mints out of every single box, obviously, right? Because
Sure.
sometimes quality control is a big one,
Right.
especially with X-Men Metal. X-Men Metal's quality control was a little bad
I
on
noticed.
some
Yeah.
occasions. So having that Deadpool in a 9 would be huge,
Huge.
Really? Wow.
huge.
Yeah.
And if it did get a 10, that's like a card that doesn't exist.
Right.
It's pretty amazing in that aspect of it. So, did you want to
Okay.
add anything to that, Michael?
No, I think that's dead on. Yeah.
Awesome. So
Interesting.
me and Michael or Michael in general is the guy to talk to.
Okay.
But we are both advocates of grading Marvel cards because we feel that when you do open these sealed boxes, and let's say you lost $900 in a sealed box, right? You
Hmm.
didn't get all your hits back in the box, so you got maybe like $300-$400 back. So you
Right.
didn't get enough. Well, it's like, hey, you got other cards there that you may be able to grade and resell and get your money back. So it can happen, and it's proven fact
Yeah.
with Michael what he does. So I don't know if that's appropriate, Michael, but I just wanted to add that in.
No,
So
it's fantastic. I love it because I mean, Hans, like if you pull a base Wolverine or a Wolverine that's worth $5 or $10 raw, and you happen to get it graded with Beckett and at Gems, I mean, I'm a
Hmm.
candidate 50 to $150 depending on whatever it is. I mean,
Right.
you can really make some good money back even with base Gems.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that just adds a whole new dynamic
it
to
does.
everything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that's my next. I'm moving quickly, and I think that's definitely my next, like, jump
I
grading.
mean,
Yeah.
and we don't want to take the fun out of it either. Me and Michael open Marvel cards to just have fun,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But we have other goals too that we want our graded collection to get high, more cards to get in our graded Wolvie collections and all that stuff, and
Right.
be able to ultimately get our collections to what we want them to be. But at the same time, we want to have fun opening these Marvel cards, and so let's just have fun opening this box, see
Yeah.
what we can get, see what we can
All right.
pull, and have some fun. So
All right. Okay. I think we have something good in here. I
okay.
weighed it. I weighed it.
Oh, you waited.
I did. I
Okay.
weighed it. There's not going to be. I mean, it looked like a normal weight. I don't know, but I don't even know what it should be. So, okay, we got Blade, right? Okay,
Yep.
I'll go third one. We got Emma Frost
Awesome.
and
Luke Cage.
Luke
Nice.
Cage.
Variant cover of Luke Cage. Very nice.
I'm really into the variant covers. I love the way they look.
Yeah. I actually was gonna create a whole set of those, but then I'm like, nah, probably not.
I'm trying
I
to.
gotta go after my Wolverines, and like if I have to get variant covers of like this where I'm
Yeah.
paying
Oof.
a pretty penny for,
Yeah, you
that's
got your work. You got your work cut out for you with Wolverine.
Love the
yep.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's great.
And so
Ghost Rider always looks great, right?
Hans, if
All
that
on fire.
dude, if that Gems, I mean, I don't know, 120, $150.
Really?
Yeah, man. I mean,
Okay. I'm really careful with the cards too. So I've seen a lot of people like throw, and I like get uncomfortable when
oh, me too.
they
Yeah.
so uncomfortable. Iron Fist.
Well, and these thicker cards are really hard to grade because they don't have just four corners. They
Mm,
technically have eight corners
That's a good
right.
because their
Yeah.
card's so thick it's the back corners and the front corners that they look at, and it's just
yeah. Oh, we got Thor.
Sweet. Very, very cool.
Williams starting a YouTube channel. Cool, awesome. Congrats and good luck. And his first stream is going to be on the 13th of October, it looks like.
All right, Jessica Jones.
I pulled an auto out of my first box of masterpieces.
Did you? Which one?
Of Jessica Jones.
Oh, Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Cloak.
The auto out of 10.
Ooh, tier 4.
Ooh, that's a tier 4 wasp.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Not bad, not bad.
That's a tier 4 wasp. That's awesome, man.
Out of 99.
Yep.
My first box I pulled Captain America cover variant.
Oh, nice.
Out of 50. I sold it, bought another box.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done it. I've had seller's guilt.
You pulled a Captain America tier 4 too, didn't you?
I did,
Michael?
yeah.
Yeah.
I did, yeah. Hans, who do you collect, or are you set or character or both, or what?
So I'm moving. It seems like I'm moving towards kind of that. You know, I like Wolverine, of course. I like Venom. I like Spider-Man. I like that the big five in the Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
I like Deadpool because by default I have to now. Like I feel like I need to collect him. I think
You started off
Cable, right. Cable is like my budget guy. I love Cable cards. I love the way he was drawn in the 90s. But yeah, you're in trouble when like Venom and Wolverine are your guys, right?
Yeah.
Like it's super expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, you got
Wasp again.
Preliminary art. That's cool.
Oh, Storm. Nice.
Is that tier 3 or tier 2?
Look I think on the back there. She's 3. 99. Oh, that's 2, right?
No, it's tier 2 because it's a variant cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tier 2. That's cool.
If I'm moving too slow, let me know.
No, you're booking. I think you're solid.
I like it. Love the speed. I like the tattoos, man. They look good.
Yeah, there's actually been a few comments on your hand tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I think that'll bring more people to your channel because they just like that art.
I went a little overboard.
It's not just card art; it's hand art too.
It's hand art. I love this cover. This is great.
Now that just specifically from Dan DeSantos's perspective, that's one of his favorite art pieces of the set.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. This is top 5 for me. This is really nice looking. Yeah. Yep. I think that Kitty Pryde card is the top one for me. That card's something else.
Kitty Pryde's nice.
Yeah, it's different. Ghost Rider again. I think we got a little hollow foil.
Ooh, Omega Red.
I don't think it's no number.
Spotted, it looks like.
I have no luck with the numbered hollow foil.
Hey, I haven't pulled a hollow foil numbered either. So. My boy First Avenger 01 did though. He was supposed to join us tonight, but I'm not sure where he's at.
Got Cloak,
Dagger,
and Dagger. Look at that.
Cloak and Dagger. Wow, that's
a
so
joke.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh
my God!
Oh. There you go. There you go.
Ooh,
dude, that is a huge card, man.
Damn.
Oh,
that is huge.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the most popular cards of this set.
Yeah, this is the card I've been looking at. Like, if I could pick a card, I'd pick this.
That's incredible, man.
Holy crap.
It's one of those cards where like you pull it and you're like, what did I just pull?
I'm all uncomfortable now, right?
That is
I
amazing.
feel weird. Okay,
Where's your sleeves when you need them, huh?
No, I got everything ready. Don't worry.
Okay, no, you're fine.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I don't want to. I get
Michael usually waits anyway. He never sleeves
It's
until
true.
he.
It's
really.
true.
Yeah.
I'm not home, so you know what? I shouldn't touch it because my hands are like all shaky.
That
Just
is
wait until you have a. Just wait. It's fine.
Whew.
You can just stack it. It's all good.
Whoa. What about that? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, that is such a big.
We could have.
Big
We
card.
couldn't plan that any better, right?
No, like that. Like you know what? That's what's funny is if that was your box, that would be a killer box. I don't care. Like
Yeah.
it makes the box. Just to let you know.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a huge. What's that numbered out of? The red ones?
That's 99 because the
99.
blues are no.
No, the teal's 99.
No, that's 50,
Oh.
isn't it? Look at the back. It's 50, isn't it?
Yeah, teal's 99.
That's 50. Look at the back.
I thought it was 99.
It's 50.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Even
That is such a cool. That's a huge card, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
huge. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
I almost can't think after that one.
Yeah, I'm getting I'm a little foggy now.
Hans, where'd you pick up the box from?
Dave and Adams.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the best blowout cards. Increase their price to pretty much that price. So then I moved from them to Dave and Adams.
What did Dave and Adams have this box for?
I'm sorry.
What was the box price of this box?
Oh,
$950?
$888.
$888. Okay.
$888. No tax.
No tax. Awesome.
You know, I'll talk a quick story real quick so my hands stop shaking. We're good on time, right?
Yeah, no, please just take your time right now.
Yeah.
Like put down the cards if you want.
So I don't there's a place called Sci-Fi Cards. It's a real, I don't know if you know. Okay. So he sent me an email. I guess he sent a mass email and said, I'm getting 2022 masterpieces in. He's going to do a raffle. Yes. And he has 30. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I got a box from him.
You did? Okay, I got 2 from him.
Okay.
And he only charged it was like $525, I think. $550.
Yeah.
That's right. And those are my first 2. And they all had, I think I had a Jean Grey auto in there. And then that had the Captain America. There was like 2 bangers right in a row. It was an awesome box. So yeah, it was like 2 for 1 almost.
Yeah, big shout out to Sci-Fi Cards. I was able to get one too.
That was awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I think I told Michael after I found out I was going to get a box in Canada, and told Michael about it, and he that's where you got your 2 boxes, right, Michael?
Yep.
I saw the Canada break because you guys believe that there's a thing with the cards are different there. Well, they're not just nicer like Canadian people.
We were hoping that they were going to be Wolvie eccentric boxes and they were going to have a lot of Wolvies in it, but they didn't. So that didn't work.
That's funny. All right. Awesome. I'm ready to continue.
Okay. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Iceman.
Nice.
Eternity. This is a great card too. I don't know this character, but I love this card.
I pulled the auto version of that, and
nice.
I just sold it the other day for $500. So
I got the metallurgy of him, which looked really nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sold it too. Another Battle Spectrum.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, usually if you get a numbered Battle Spectrum, you'll get a regular Battle Spectrum. So.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. But holy crap, man. I still can't get over that card.
Yeah.
So what I didn't want to happen was I open up this box and it's like, we're on the show and we're all having a good time. And it's like, oh, cool. You got, Dagger.
Dude, that's such a cool hit.
One of the best ones you can get.
It is.
Yeah, I was just saying Spider-Man and Venom were my thing, but I never, That's crazy. Okay, Shatterstar.
Big fire.
Jean Grey. And look at that. Tier
Oh
4.
my gosh, that's 2 tier
Ooh.
4s in one box.
That's
Wow.
2. What a box.
This is a hot box.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a hot box. It's got 2 tier 4s. You got a tier 4 Wasp
Tier 4 Wasp.
and a tier 4 Thanos.
And a Wasp preliminary art.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird one, right?
Like look at what's the number on the back of that one?
99, 94 out of
Okay.
99.
Wow.
I wanted you to flip it over just to make sure that it wasn't like one of those where it's like a green or something. Number
Yeah,
25.
I sent mine back to Upper Deck just
Oh,
to
you
see
did?
just to see what would happen, just for like a fun video.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see what happens. Awesome.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I saw a couple people get them. I don't know if anybody ever sent it. I had to like convince them to accept it. It was like 3 emails of them saying no.
Okay. Another preliminary. You got 2 preliminaries in one box? Oh, that happens. Never mind. You get
Yeah.
2 preliminaries. Okay. Sorry, I'm jumping.
Hercules.
But man, 2 tier 4s. I've not seen that before.
I haven't seen that either. Blade.
Blade, nice.
Okay. And oh, whoa.
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
tier 3.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good. I love that. This is another one of my favorite cards.
Yeah, that's such a nice card. Wow. That's cool.
All right.
Archangel, that's a nice card.
Gambit.
We're all like silence and awe just because
Yeah.
we're gonna like, okay, what's the next hit gonna be? 'Cause this is-
I have a feeling there's one more. There's like one more surprise in here.
all right.
Oh, Daredevil.
Ooh, that's a cool one.
I don't have this one yet.
That's a Daredevil. That's nice. Are you gonna collect the hollow foil set?
I'm not. I don't think so. I kind of. I've been selling like kind of the ones that I.
Okay. Yeah,
like, it's I don't know why. I just there's nothing. It just doesn't capture it. You know, the cover variants and the battle spectrums
Yeah.
are kind of taking me.
Well, that battle spectrum is like a once in a lifetime pull. I call it that because when you get one of these like high end sets like this and
Yeah.
you're pulling cards like that, it's so hard to like not keep that as a PC item just because
Yeah.
of how awesome it is. So
Yeah, exactly.
such a cool card. I'm just glad I got to witness it
Yeah.
here on my channel and
just glad I
Cool Cards channel and Marvel Bros and Friends.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have an awful box for you guys. That would have been terrible. So embarrassing.
Well, you got two good luck charm Wolverine collectors with you, so
That's right. I'm gonna open all my boxes with you guys from now on.
Fine with us.
yeah.
All right, and purple Doc
purple.
Ock.
Purple Doc.
That's my second purple Dr. Ock.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got 198 to go to collect the whole 197 to collect the whole set. Purple Doc Ocks.
This is it. Last pack.
Is that the last pack? Okay.
This is it. I don't. I'd say we need a little luck, but I think our luck has run out.
You pulled you pulled a lot. We'll go over the hits again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's your Kitty Pryde variant cover, man.
And my favorite card. This is my box.
Dude, wow. That is your box.
Man.
This is my box.
Dude, you did good.
Dude, that's awesome. Oh, nice. X23.
And
Wolverine's off.
Close it out. Oh, very nice. Rogue.
That's a nice card.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Beautiful.
I did that box break. You saw those cards that came out of that box break from Cards of Metal. I missed that card by one pick. I almost had that Rogue variant cover because it's a sweet card.
I did that Cards of Metal thing one night. It was very stressful. By the end of it, my palms were sweating and my hands were in my hair. Like it was right there. I almost had 2 packs.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that is such a nice box, dude.
That's a wild box, right? That's crazy.
Like I've never seen 2 tier 4s in a box.
No, me neither.
I've seen a bunch of box breaks and 2 tier 4s in one box plus the freaking Battle Spectrum gem.
Right. Holy crap! And it had good like tier 3 cards. There was good characters in here.
Very good characters.
Should I try to sleeve this?
Yeah, it's a thicker sleeve, right? Like it's
I cut the sides of mine.
Good.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Especially with those cards.
But I never did it with like a bunch of people watching me. So now this is like peeing in public. Kind of. Okay.
I mean, everything about that card is unbelievably amazing. The artwork, the holofoil, the characters, the number. I mean, everything. It's just an incredible card.
Yeah, I love this card. I mean, when I saw it for the first time, it was, oh yeah, I want that, of course. But you being like a new class, it like goes out of my head. Like it's nice to look at. You're not going to have it, so enjoy it. There we go. We'll take a look at the back.
Man, that's such a banger card.
Wow. Unreal.
Congratulations, Hans. I'm so happy for you on this.
This is great. This was awesome, guys.
Amazing box. Amazing box, man.
Yeah, it's a good box.
See, here's the deal with opening boxes, right? You buy some and you're like, oh, should I buy some more? And then you buy some more, and then you buy this one and you open it and you're like, holy crap! Like I'm gonna keep buying them.
Yeah,
the way that you get hits, right?
Total gambling. Yeah.
Do you guys know what that one's going for by chance? Like a ballpark figure?
I would be. That's a $1,200 plus.
Yeah, it's like upwards of like 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Is it?
It's amazing.
What did you say? It's 10,000? No, it's 200.
I saw one above 5 or 6, but that's just listed, right?
Yeah.
I saw them pretty high.
I'm saying if you posted that, let's say in the community, maybe I think that's probably a $1,500 to $2,000 card, probably about.
Wow.
To a collector. Wow. To a collector.
Okay, so that's different, right? Than what somebody.
Yeah. If you put that up, I'm not saying you're going to, because I think this is probably going to stay with your PC,
right?
But I'm just saying if a person put that up at 1,500, it'd be gone. Like it'd be gone within an hour.
Right.
And so I think that's a $2,000+ card. What do you think, Michael?
I really don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers on that lately, but
that's probably what I'll say out of 50, and it's Spider-Man and the Venom. And there's only 50 of those cards, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very popular card. Yeah, it's a killer card, dude. Like, congrats. Like, that's so cool.
Big congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, we got Matt joining us here real quick. Hold on. Matt, what do you think of that card?
What card?
Didn't you just see him pull this card?
No, but that's awesome. What's going on, fellas?
Well, you're just catching the tail end of the stream, and we had a killer box for sure.
Oh, nice. So, what was that was the major hit, the red.
Well, so we pulled. So Hans pulled 2 tier 4s out of this box.
Yeah.
2 tier 4s.
Wow.
We got a Thanos and a Wasp.
Okay.
And he's pulled as the preliminary art of Wasp as well.
Yeah.
And then how many tier 3s do you got? You got the Spidey Gwen.
Spidey Gwen. We got Blade is tier 2.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like with the 2 tier 4s, Spidey Gwen and the Battle Spectre gem, that's huge.
Yeah, it's a big box.
It's a huge
And
box.
Hans Venom Collector says last two sold on eBay for $15.25 and
See,
$2,600.
look at that.
There you go,
Okay.
Josh. You were dead on.
Between
Okay.
that amount, man. So
Yeah,
I might have been thinking of there's a what's the other color that goes deeper?
there's green.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. The green one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
green
okay.
numbered to 10, I would think would be a $5,000 to $10,000 card.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
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 So, but here's the deal, right? With that particular card, the Spidey and Venom, it's a weird market when you actually see, like, let's say a card like Venom Collector said, one sold for $1,500, one sold for $2,600. Well, the $1,500 one was probably sold real quick. $2,600 one might have been a buy it like an offer, where like someone had it for $5,000 and they offered 2,600. I would think if this went on a bid, you might be seeing $2,500 to $3,000 for it. Maybe this 2,600 that sold was a bid option. He said the reverse, actually. The bid was 1,500 and the buy it now was 2,600. That's interesting.
Oh,
I wouldn't have pegged that at all.
Oh, it was early.
Oh, early release. Okay. That makes sense. So when did the $1,500 one sell? I'm wondering if that was about right now, but I would think that's a lot higher card. I think that's just a solid $2,000 to $2,500 card, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
That's all, Hans. That's all. Just that.
That's it. Yeah.
Just that.
Right. Well, I'm getting into that place, right, where I pulled a $1,000 auto card the other day.
September 5th.
Okay. Oh, it's just $1,000. It's it's not crazy. It's just $1,000. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Oh man, I mean, I bet you could sell the Wasp and the Thanos and get your money back on the box and then keep everything else.
I think that's a good plan. That's a good plan.
Great.
Just do this thing again.
That's right.
Rinse
How
and
many
repeat.
times can we keep buying these boxes? Did you pull that in this box too?
This?
No.
No, that would be insane.
I would have been like, "What are you doing?"
It would be a problem.
Did you pull that card too out of one of your boxes?
This is my last box.
Dude,
This is my last box.
that is such a nice pull out of that box.
Yeah.
That's so
That's a
cool.
great one.
2 in a row. It's a little suspect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We missed you earlier. Where were you, Matt? First Avenger?
I was out gallivanting around town in my go-kart.
Okay.
It was a nice night for a little go-kart ride.
Do we have a guest there with you?
Yeah, but
I saw a little peekaboo here. It's like, who's that? It's all good. It's all good. Well, man, Hans, this has been amazing. This has been awesome.
This is great.
I'm grateful that you're able to be a new collector and show people kind of how you can still enter this hobby and have great fun and be able to pull great hits. And I think with the with all the channels out there that you can learn from and all that stuff, and even your channel that you've started, this is just such an amazing thing to have someone that has a channel like yourself that's really new to the community as well, since April. And I hope you've been welcomed in this community.
Yeah.
That's kind of our goal, is to, in the Marvel community, Marvel card community, is to welcome new people in, and just there's places here that you can learn and grow, and just kind of cultivate your collection and how you want to be a collector, whether it's a set collector or a specific character collector. So
Yeah, I mean the people have been like the biggest asset throughout. Like you guys know who you are. Like, if I have a question, even if it's a ridiculous question, like answer it right away. Everybody's been super welcoming, so it's been really easy to kind of get into it. You know, a lot of times with stuff like this, you know, people gatekeep and they make you feel like uncomfortable. And I didn't see any of that at all. Everybody's just been awesome. Like it's been great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's how we want it. And he
Yeah.
just looks like Venom Collector just subscribed to you there, buddy.
Okay. That's awesome.
Somebody's coming for that.
He's after
That's
my
right.
Venom.
Next time we'll get your channel added too. Oh, what do you got there?
Yeah.
What is that?
Here's a little Venom for you.
Nice.
Ooh,
I mean, it's not as cool as that PMG there, but yeah.
Matt, is that a sticker?
Yeah, it's
Oh, sweet.
little sticker I picked up at at Dragon Con.
All right. So where can people find you, Hans, again? We can find you at Comic Breaks on Instagram, right?
Yeah, so I'm new to Instagram is about 2 weeks old, but I've been like kind of hitting it pretty hard, and that's been the best thing for this. I've been able to communicate with everybody very easily. So I mean, yeah, if anybody's thinking about doing this, you got to do Instagram just because it lets you talk to people. Just throw your cards up and you'll meet people. It's super easy. And yeah, and my YouTube channel, just Comic Breaks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think the very first time I messaged you was on YouTube. And I was like, man, this is so cool, you know. And I was like, you should come on my channel. And then you messaged me after you created an account and just came on. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's been all. Thank you so much. I mean, it's been great. This was like minus the card. This has been super. We could have pulled nothing. I still would have had a good time. I'm glad I did, but still.
Well, just kind of full reverse here, just a little bit. Back in 2021, when I had never graded cards, right? I collected Marvel cards when in the 90s, and then after COVID, I saw a video done by Spidey Hits, Justin, with his twin brother, that was actually about Marvel cards. I'm like, what's going on? And there was like some cards that were selling for ridiculous numbers, but they were graded cards. They were actually cards that were graded by these companies called PSA and Beckett and SGC. There was a few companies out there, and I was like, what is this card grading business? And so I just kind of dove into that and stuff, and I went to a few shows in early 2022, mid 2022. I think Matt Coombs was able to go to a Comic-Con that year, right, Matt?
Yeah, first one was Heroes Con, then Dragon Con or Gen Con, and then we got to go to San Diego together, which was awesome. And, just been.
But just with the community, as far as I didn't know much about grading cards at all there, Hans. And so back in 2021, I actually dove in and like I sent 100 cards to PSA and 50 cards to Beckett, just right off the bat of like my like 90s Marvel cards, like, right. And I got some Gem 10s, which was pretty cool, and had some fun. And I graded some cards with SGC as well. So I kind of dove into the market earlier just to kind of find out what it's all about. And just knowing today what I do know, I would still, if you have a chance, I would still like start grading some of your cards and sending them in. And if you're able to, and me and Michael will attest to it. And if you're able to like financially send like a bunch of cards in, I would definitely do that to be able to learn how the market goes. And I just start out with popular characters, you know, and everything like that you would think that, hey, this looks pretty good and all that stuff. But Michael can tell us a little bit more about gem rates when it comes to you know, what a card should look like and what kind of card you should grade and all that stuff. But I know that he's dabbled in some of the modern stuff, Michael has, but mainly the 90s cards, right, Michael?
No, I've dabbled too many house notes and vehicles, and I bought a lot of new stuff too. Yeah, but yeah, but no, I like 90s the most, and that's the majority of everything. But a lot of new stuff, and and I would say, Hans, first you should grade every Wolverine card you own. That's what I would recommend. I'm
Really?
no, but seriously, Hans, call me anytime, message me, and I'll walk
Yeah,
you through the process.
that'd
I'll
be
talk
great.
to you about it. I'll give you pros and cons of the whole thing. So
That's great. I
yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah, that's my next jump is like heavy gray. I have a lot of stuff that I mean that's why I have Deadpool in this I transferred it into this thing because I know this is what you're supposed to put it in, and it
that's
was
it, man.
really hard to take it out of what it was in,
Yep.
put it in there, and so yeah, that's my next jump.
Yeah,
So I
way,
mean,
way
the
excited.
hobby's endless.
Well, and that's the thing is, I mean, with this hobby, it's not just about, you know, the amazing art that we do get from like artists like Dan DeSantos. That's kind of what draws us in is some of these cool cards that have great art on them. I know for me, being a Wolverine collector, anything that I feel that is, I know Michael's like every single Wolverine, yes, but it's still got to talk to him a little bit too. He doesn't. There's some cards he may or may not want to collect, especially if it's not from a set. But I would say that because of my specific collection with Wolverine, I'll be drawn to anything that is Wolverine in general. But there's a lot of different cards out there that I do grade that aren't Wolverine, so I can go ahead and get to the point where I'll grade those cards, sell those cards, and then I'll have more card funds to be able to buy my Wolverines. And
Right.
that's kind of how I do my collecting, how I've always done my collecting ever since I started grading cards. So yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the I learned that that's the goal. It's to using cards to kind of sustain the hobby, and I've been able to do that, which is it's that's been kind of some of the fun too, is selling and buying and stuff like that. I love that part of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is me and Michael actually were able to meet at the Dallas card show.
Yep.
Yeah, so he actually had like 2 or 3 tables there. It's like he has a huge setup. I shared a
That's it?
table. I shared a table with some buddies and all that stuff, like we had just like 3 or 4 tables. Michael had 3 or 4 tables on his own. And I didn't even know he was going until he was there. So
That was fun.
yeah, and these card shows are really awesome. They're really fun because you get to meet card collectors like me and Michael were able to meet up and all that stuff and hang out. But you get to be part of a movement is what I would call it. A Marvel card movement of us explaining to people that there's actually these Marvel cards out there, and you can get rookie Marvel cards and you can get like first edition of these Marvel cards, and some of these Marvel cards are numbered, and there's years that they've come out being numbered, like the very first years of Wolverine numbered I think was like 2006, Michael.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
right.
So it's just like there's cards out there that you learn what what some of the sets have in them, and you're able to just experience just the Marvel cards in general, and a lot of people don't know about Marvel cards. They don't know these exist. I mean,
true.
To me, it's pretty awesome that you can collect a character and they will never have a DUI and they will never sprain their ankle and be taken out of the game. Like they're always in there, right?
Even if they die in the comic book world or a movie, they're just as popular on
Exactly.
right? I mean,
That's
but
really
then in the Marvel community, because of the multiverse, they'll just bring them back. It's all good.
Yeah, that makes sense too. You don't want to go deep on like an NFL player, and then the worst happens, and the cards are done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of it that way. Yeah, I prefer. I tried to do sports in the beginning and wasn't into it. I didn't even know what I was looking at. Just I couldn't. It's too much to follow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and there's people in the Marvel community that they don't use the term rookie, but what's funny is like me and Michael are pretty strong into the Wolverine collector realm, and he and I use rookie card all the time. Like,
yeah,
what's Wolverine's rookie card? Well, you could say it's the 1990 Impel, or you could say it's an earlier version of him in, what is that one sticker? The Terabusi.
Yeah.
Is it Terabusi?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full body shot of him, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yep. So it's just like, it's funny because, and he was way big into Michael Jordan, and so he knows what rookie cards are in sports. He knows what sports cards are. He collected them since the 80s. But when you're talking like Marvel cards, and then you're kind of bringing in the whole Marvel Comics realm to it, it gets a little confusing sometimes, because the Marvel Comics call them first edition or first appearances, where on a card, it's just different, right? And so because of that, depending on the actual card set, gives it favor over others. I mean, we all know that the Michael Jordan rookie card, the Fleer 86?
6.
Is it 86?
Yeah, oh, right here. Oh,
That.
Yes. So we all know that card.
he turns around. Oh, this one.
Well, we all know that card isn't the actual rook. Like, you could debate there's a different one, like the Star Rookie, right? That was before, or another sticker that was before. And so there's a lot of information out there about cards that, you continue to learn and grow and figure out what you want to collect, and go from there, So yes, that was a 9.5 Venom collector.
Yeah, it's just this one.
It's like I kept one Michael Jordan card right there, man. I love it. I don't know. Do you wanna say anything, Michael?
Now, Hans, what are your thoughts on this whole? I mean, you did this as a kid for a year or two, and now you're back in it this year. How do you like? Where's your passion with it? What are you thinking? How do you feel about the whole thing? Like, what do you get hype about?
So, I like the, I'm a photographer. I've been shooting people for a long time. So I'm into the art of it, right? And it turned into this thing where I want to collect something. I don't know what to collect. I watch sports, but I'm not into it to where it just seems like too much of a time investment. But I know Marvel, like I grew up with it. I know the characters. I read the comics like off and on. I'm just like a little bit above casual watcher, reader, or whatever. So it was an easy thing to kind of jump into. It really was just, I'll just try it. Like I know this box. I had it when I was a kid. I'll open it up and see what it feels like. And it was like an instant, like, the whole nostalgia thing comes back. But it was fun, and then you just get a little deeper and deeper, and then there's new product coming out, and like, oh, I'll just try that. And I just kind of slowly rolled into it. And then before I knew it, like, I'm talking to my wife about it, and she's like, what are you doing now? And she's like, she's super supportive, but it's like, it's just, it came out of nowhere, and I instantly loved it. I tend to like get really into things, but by now I would have been out of it by now. You know what I mean? Like 2 months with it, and I would have just got rid of it. But I think I'm in this for like the long haul. Does that make sense?
I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself and having fun, man. And you can keep this streak alive. Like, I actually want to like get you to get me a box, and I'll pay you back. And you open it for me. I mean, your luck, man. You're doing incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know. I assume that I was doing like okay, right? But so there's bad streaks.
No,
what you're telling me.
And this is what I was actually talking to Michael about prior to this, right? I was saying, dude, this guy, Marvel Break, or Comic Breaks, he's actually only opened up like a few boxes of X-Men Metal, and he pulled a Deadpool number to 10. Like, you are doing phenomenal, actually, to what you've pulled.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Because it's a money investment, right? And and the nerves get to me, because I don't want to, nobody wants to waste money, right? It's still fun, but like, you want to feel like, oh, worst case scenario, I can just liquidate this, and I had a good time, and I lost $20. You know, I feel okay if there's like money value in it. There's a weird gambling aspect to it, and that's some of it. You know, I think that's some of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
me and Michael want to kind of let people know on the other side of things. If you have some financial means, you can grade a lot of these cards. Like, let's say you just had that whole box. I think there's 136 cards in that masterpiece box, right? So all those 136 cards, you can look at every single one, see what every single one looks like, kind of like divvy out the top characters type of thing. Maybe send in 10 of those 10 of those 136 cards, top cards that you want to, send in. And a few of them could be the ones that you're going to keep for PC, like the Spidey versus Venom.
Right.
But send those cards, see what grades you get back. Because if you gem it, like 10 of those cards, like if you sold, let's say you sent 20 cards in, okay, you gemmed 10 of them out of the 20. Because when I say this, we want you to like look at all of the cards, every single one, type of thing. And I'm not ever going to promise you'll ever get like good grades at all. I'm just saying that if you did gem, like, let's say 5 of 10 or 10 of 20 cards, and you gemmed them, those gem cards are usually worth $100 plus, depending on what character it is.
Yeah.
So you guys are, so it's I didn't mean to interrupt. It's like a odds thing, right? You guys, you're submitting 20 and you're hoping for 60%. That'll gem or half or something like that.
Okay. I mean, I know Michael has a little higher gem rate because of experience. But as a new, I guess if you're just looking at these by yourself and all that stuff, I've done that too, where like I've gone through a lot of cards. Some of the cards I'm like, I know this isn't gonna get a 10, but man, I'm gonna still grade it because I really want this in a slab,
Yeah.
And even if you get lower grades back and you sell that, it usually at least sells for about the raw price at an 8. And so if you get a 9, you can even go a little bit more than what a raw price goes for on a 9. So I mean, just saying there are facts behind all of this. Okay, because like he hasn't posted a lot of videos on it, but Michael has talked about doing some videos, and we might actually do it on Marvel Bros and Friends because he's got a busy schedule and all that stuff, and I've appreciated him joining me on Marvel Bros. So this is as much as his show as it is mine. So we're gonna probably talk about that, where we want to talk about odds of how many gems can come out of a box. Like how many gems can come out of a 2022 masterpiece box? Let's find out and open up a box and do it, So I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Michael, but it's kind of what I was thinking. So
no, I love your description. Absolutely. I think it'll be cool to eventually have some YouTube videos that collectors can go to and say, oh, look, I wonder, like before a collector buys a box of cards, right? If there was 2 or 3 videos of boxes being opened on camera and of the same year, same brand, like I did 96 masterpieces, pulled 40 to 45 gems out of the first box. Whoa. I did another 96 masterpiece box, sent those off to Beckett, and they haven't come back yet. And I believe it's going to be 40 to 50 gems out of that box. So that's phenomenal data for collectors to know ahead of time. Yeah. Whether they pay $4,000 for a box or $10,000 for a box, it'd be cool to know, well, no guarantees, but those 2 boxes pulled 45 gems. I think that helps collectors, it helps me at least. That's what I did. That's what I did selfishly for my own life. I mean, my whole life for me before I got into the whole social media world. And I wanted to know for my own purposes, how many gems came from each box.
Yeah, so this is something I haven't considered. This is very interesting.
A whole other world, man. It's a whole other world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even Manu, 9.9 newsstand, he's actually in here right now, and there is data backing it because Michael has his what he's done. Like, I mean, we're not gonna say, this is gonna be a proven method for
Right.
every single person that's
Right.
gonna do this,
Yeah.
but we're saying that there is another aspect to just opening these cards, enjoying the cards, selling the raw cards for sure. But there's another aspect to it where, hey, you have after your hits, you have 130 cards. What do they look like? Like you got 6 banger cards out of your box. Well, you could sell those, correct? Yeah, for sure. Get your money back or part of it back. What can you do with the other 130 cards? Well, we could look at the look at the actual condition of the cards and see how top tier that character is, if it's worth grading. And so if you want to pull grading into it, and that's kind of what I support this whole thing with Michael and what he's doing and what I do too, in off times. But that grading is an aspect to this and it's part of the hobby. And it's not going anywhere either because you're talking about taking a card that's numbered in 2020 masterpieces and numbered, but you're actually putting another hard number on top of that number, getting it graded. Because if you get like let's say a PSA 10 of that card, and it's a population 1 of that card, but the card's numbered to, 999. Well, here's the deal. You have the top card right now because you've graded it and got a 10.
For
And
sure.
so you basically have the ability to market that and be able to put that up as trying to sell it or whatever you want to do, but kind of puts you into a spot where you decide what you're going to do with this hobby. So
That's it.
yeah. Did we lose him? Are you
Oh,
still
my mind's like spinning now because there's
Oh.
there's a whole nother aspect to it. Like, well, it's time to get grading now. Wild.
Well, and that's the thing is like we don't want to always we're not gonna just be a grading channel. We're not.
Right.
We support grading, and
Yeah.
but at the same time, like we love opening these Marvel cards with new people like yourself, Hans. And I think the more and more people that have the knowledge that Marvel cards exist and Marvel cards are out there, the more people are going to get into it. Because like how many sports guys are out there that grade cards every day? Well, there's millions of them, right?
Yeah.
And so to the point of, and especially with Pokemon too, Pokemon's a proven, TCG and all that stuff that has a market as well. Marvel is a smaller market. We that's a proven fact too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why is it small? Why
Yeah.
is this so small? If the Marvel universe, like if you're to look at the movies, right, of Marvel,
Exactly.
it's huge, right?
Yeah.
They don't have like huge movies on like sports. They might have one or two or some movies on sports, but they have a huge thing about Marvel. And so I feel with that, it just seems like the Marvel card aspect so low, and
Yeah.
that it's just got a potential to be able to get bigger. Whether it gets bigger or not, I don't care.
Sure.
But it's just the fact that there is a market out there, and if we can give knowledge and keep on doing, these videos and giving people experience like yourself, coming into the hobby as a new collector,
Yeah.
and now like your eyes are like, whoa, there's a lot to this, that's kind of our whole thing is to have a fun time here and also do a little business.
Yeah, I was shocked by how I really thought it was bigger than it was, and I was kind of shocked to see how like small it was. And the more I kind of can see why. It just I I do a little like marketing, and my wife works in marketing stuff, and I can see that they're not really like, it just doesn't seem like a big, like as far as like Upper Deck goes, it's not like a big asset for them, right? So they're not out there pushing this really on people. I don't see it in comic book stores, which I think is really odd. You know, I think I've never seen it anywhere. The local card shops around here don't even carry Marvel cards. I have to go online for everything, and that's a shame, you know, because I really feel like more people would be into it. I'm surprised kids aren't into it like Pokemon.
Well, Venom brings up a point. I think I messaged you prior and asked you if you did any grading, and you're like, I haven't graded too much yet. You haven't graded anything yet, I don't think, but you have that Deadpool ready to get graded. Like,
it's ready to go. Yeah,
you had already in your mind thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna probably send this to grading, but I'm gonna put it into a nice sleeve and all that stuff and keep it there so I can just send it. You know,
I'm committed. I have a stack of like 30 cards that I think are ready to get graded. So I'm already moving towards that anyway.
Cool. Yeah. And Venom, I'm not trying to sell him on grading. I'm just saying, out there with people in general, you can grade Marvel cards and Marvel
Hans,
cards can be graded. So
if you don't like if you don't grade, it's cool, but that's thousands of dollars that is just you're collecting dust, you know? It's like that type of thing, right?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't see. I think you're kind of. I don't want to say like half assing the hobby, but like it feels like that's the natural next step, right? Like if you're collecting for more than a year, I mean, you kind of have to, right? Like you're kind of protecting what you have, and that's the next value step, really. So I couldn't imagine not really grading what I have.
Well, and if you look at just let's bring up Spidey Hits, Norn, Fausto, Sketch Card Hive, Steve Aoki, just anybody that's like a collector that's big. Michael's a huge back.
Oh yeah,
huge into grading. Okay, I'm just saying it that there is Marvel guys out there, and they're big collectors, and they're grading cards. Well, there's a reason they're grading cards, because like you can actually make money on graded cards, but it is kind of a gamble, you know, like all the time, you know, to buy a box, get that box. But with what Michael has, there's some facts behind it too. If you're financially able to, you know, grade 50 of the cards out of the box, you know, and get your money back. I mean, that's just what happens. I think Swami does a lot of grading. Those who don't know Swami, he was Pokemon, and now he's full into Marvel because he sees a big thing with Marvel too. So
look at 9.9 Newsstand. He said, Michael, don't grade no cards. Technically, you're right. I don't encapsulate any cards myself. That's true, actually. I don't physically, technically seal the card.
He pre-grades cards.
Pre-grades, yeah.
So, well, awesome. I mean, I don't want to go all into just this is all about grading, but this was an awesome box that you pulled. I mean, we're talking about grading, but the best part of tonight is a PC item that you just pulled, which is the Spider-Man versus Venom.
That's
Battle Spectrum.
Exciting.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
It's crazy, right? I didn't expect a card like that tonight. Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So awesome. So, well, do you have anything else that you want to tell anybody that's new coming into this hobby there, Hans?
I think I said it before, like, if you're thinking about it, go for it. And, you know, the best thing about this, really, everybody says this, right? Like, oh, the best thing about it is the people. That's something people say, but I actually do mean it. I'm not just saying that. Everybody has been like really cool. And that's been the best part of the progression, right? Opening up cards is one thing, but like you kind of have somebody to share it with. Right. And that's really fun. You know, like this is fun. Like I see why you guys like do this. This is like it. Opening up a box by yourself and you're filming it, that's one thing, but like doing it like as a group, it's super cool. It's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. Like
well,
how could you not want to do this?
I think we're gonna definitely agree with what Ken's saying here. A lot of us collectors, Marvel card collectors, a lot of us didn't grade cards until this whole boom thing happened, and a lot of us got into it. excluding Michael, because he's always been into it, right? And there's other people out there that's been into it too. But this is a fair point that Ken makes, is it's a way to preserve your PC or your personal collection. And Michael, all of those cards behind Michael, if you can see that on the wall there, Hans,
Yeah.
they're all 9.5. Most of them are Wolverines, almost all of them except for the Jordan.
I think I remember it from the tour. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it is he preserves his PC. He has that PC like that, and a lot of us like to preserve cards even if we don't get the grade we want.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny the relationship me and Michael have, because I don't like the gold label for Beckett, but if I get a 9.5 and he has a 9, I'll be like, okay, let's get that 9 there.
Yeah.
And then we might do a little couple more bucks for him to get the 9.5, obviously. But
Hans, Joshua reminds me of like high school or college when you're with your buddy and your buddy likes the heavy set girl and you like the pretty girl.
Oh my goodness. I wouldn't go that far, though.
I know.
That's great.
Man.
No, but I'm all about like actual visual of my collection, and I like silver, like the color silver. So I love the Beckett 9 and 8.5s. I love those silver Beckett labels. And so I'll take a silver 9 over a 9.5.
And then it turns, so the top part of it, I don't know. So the top part's black when you get above a 9. Is that correct?
No, it's gold. It's gold.
Gold,
it's a gold.
okay.
Yeah, it's a gold 9.5 or a pristine 10. Michael's a lot better at this probably than me. And then there's a black label.
Okay.
There's a black label that isn't that often you get through Beckett. I think, Michael, how many Beckett black labels do you have in your whole?
Well, I mean, I've gotten probably 7 to 10 black labels in my life.
Yeah,
that's it.
In my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, not that's it, but like after all those cards, wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty rare.
It's an incredible standard. It's pristine at every level, and yeah, they're tough.
Wow.
But yeah, 9.5 is the first where it goes gold, and that's his whole goal, is to get 9.5 or better on all of the Wolverine cards. Me, I just want the Wolverine card slabbed, graded, and in a at least a 9. 9 is what I shoot for.
Right.
So everybody collects the way that they want to collect, and that's kind of where we are in between me and Michael is, that's what we want you guys to do. Is anybody who's watching this that's new to Marvel cards, collect how you want to collect. If you get cards that you go ahead and go buy those cards that you want to kind of collect or whatever. And if you don't like those cards, or let's say you want to grade them and then you want to sell them, go ahead and sell those cards to ultimately get the collection that you really want. Because that's kind of how, if you look at my Marvel cards on my Instagram, some of my big bangers, I wouldn't have those cards if I hadn't graded cards and sold them for profit to be able to get to the place that I am today. So,
yeah, that's something that took me a little bit to figure out. Like that's good advice. Like, I kept trying to copy other people, like jumping from, oh, this is the right way to do it, or this is the right way to do it. But like just my way, and just whatever felt right, and you kind of slide into, your own kind of way of collecting.
Yeah, and people will say, do your own research, type of thing, like there's like, well, how do you do this, or how do you do that? Do your own research. It's usually what you get, But really, if you really want to have a good conversation about it, we reach out to any one of us, me or Michael. We'll talk to you, no problem. If you have questions about pricing cards and all that stuff, probably is not the best to ask. It would be just to go to eBay, Terror Peek and check out what those cards have been selling for.
Right.
But if you have a 9.5 and anything, whether it's a Wolverine or any set, sometimes people will pay premium for those 9.5s. I know one that's on the stream right now. but it's a matter of like what you truly want as a collector, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why me and Michael get along. I mean, if I like 9.5s and he liked 9.5s, it probably wouldn't work out.
No, it'd be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare.
Oh no, we'd still be friends.
We would.
Buff, all good. So, all right, man. Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time, Hans. I know I said an hour to an hour and a half. So, but
it's totally fine. This is great. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming and joining in. So, someone's asking about your studio. You want to talk about your studio for a second?
Yeah. So this is a studio I own in Los Angeles with my wife, and I have another partner, and we were photographers for a while. And my wife was a stylist, and we decided to open up our own studio, and people come in here and they rent it out and they shoot here for like a day, and we try to pack it up during the month, and it's pretty cool. It's fun.
Hans, you're in LA?
I am, yeah.
And you don't have, there's not any local shops there with Marvel trading cards in Los Angeles?
There's one in Burbank, and they have a little bit, but if I get somebody on the phone, they don't know, like, oh, let me check and let me look for it, and either they can't find it, or there's a really cool one in around LAX, but it's all sports cards, and they had Marvel Masterpieces, but they were charging like $1,300 a box.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, I called, do you guys have Allegiance? They're like, I don't know. You'll have to come in. So
yeah,
bummer.
Yeah.
Nobody has it.
Well, thanks for sharing the rip, man. That's what
this is great, guys. Thank you so much.
Very cool. For sharing. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely find Comic Breaks on YouTube and Instagram. And then those watching, please like if you like this video. Subscribe to Cool Cards or Marvel Madness, and we appreciate you guys. And another Marvel Bros episode down, and got that banger to look at right as we are exiting here. With that, I appreciate that, dude. It's been an awesome time, and definitely congratulations, Hans, on that.
Thank you, guys.
So,
it's awesome.
Pretty awesome. Okay, have a good night, guys. We'll see you later. Just stay on, Hans, for a second.
Of course.
All right, we'll see you guys.